What's up guys, welcome back to my beautiful YouTube channel. It's your girl Dorcas Ondieke. Yes guys, karibuni sana to today's video. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my video. Nawapenda sana 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 sana. Thank you very much to the 423 of you guys. Asanteni sana kwa kusubscribe. I love you so much. Yes guys, so today is it's kind of an update about the Utumishi girls fire wenye ilichoma watoto and all that. So yesterday I watched the news na walisema that they said is 7 students who started the fire, who lit up the fire, locked the dormitory and ran. So and I'm just trying to understand, or trying to imagine and ask myself, why, how, when did we reach here as a country, as a nation? I mean, as human beings, tulifika hapa saa ngapi? Tulifika hapa lini? When did we reach here that you can just be so inhuman and burn your fellow students to death? I mean, I'm so devastated, I'm so heartbroken by the news, because I really wanted, I really wanted to know or to find out that maybe it was just fire outbreak, an emergency, something that happened out of the blues, but coming to realize that it was students involved. Why would you do that? I mean, they are your fellow students. Wamekufanya nini? Those 7 students, I'm really disappointed. I have a nephew in Form 4. I have a niece at university. I have some other nieces and nephews when you are shule, and I'm like, why would you do that to your fellow student? Why? If you wanted to go home, because we have been having very many schools being set on fire by students, we've been getting those news that students get set up the fire at school dormitories so that they can be sent home. But they do that when there are no students around. Why would you do that knowing very well there are students lying there sleeping, and you even go lock the door so that they can't get out? I mean, how inhuman can you be? I'm very disappointed. That day when the breaking news broke out, I watched the television and I saw a man devastated, crying, and two Red Cross men were holding him down, and that man was crying, like proper crying, and I felt the pain inside me. I'm like, that man, maybe he's one of those parents who have lost their kids, their girls, or maybe he's a brother to that girl, or maybe he's a relative to that girl, now thinking that another girl set up the fire, lit up the dormitory, closed the exit door, and now 16 students have died just like that. They have killed by you. I mean, they're not even children. If you're in high school, maybe you're 13 years and above, because it depends on when you started school, but you can't be 13 below, either 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, apple. So you're not a child. You understand wrong from right. How could you do that? How can you even do that? I mean, that is not a joke. You lit a fire on the dormitory because Murkomen, the interior CS, ni CS wanini? Yeah, the Murkomen said that they saw on CCTV that those 7 girls carrying the fuel They went, sprinkled around, lit up the fire, and went ahead and closed the dormitory door, the fire exit door. You know dormitory inakuanga na door moja, na wakaifunga kutoka nje. They closed the door from outside so that the students inside that dormitory cannot get out. I mean, how can you do that? How? Hata mngechoma jikoni. I mean, you could have even burnt the kitchen or somewhere else, dining hall, because there are no people there who can get hurt. How can you do that on a dormitory and go ahead and close the fire exit door? That was very wrong. That was so inhumane. Now, we've lost 16 innocent ladies. Kids. I mean, they're teenagers. Now parents are suffering because of your silly mistake. Because that was very silly. And I'm really sorry about that, but let them be punished. That was very wrong. What do you mean? We've lost 16 people, 16 young girls. Why? No, I'm still trying to understand. Why would you do that? Why? Those are your fellow students. Why ban them? Hey. As a country, as a nation, I think we need special prayers. I just can't carry myself to terms that as students can do that to their fellow students. I really wanted to hear the news that they did the investigations on the fire and they found out that it was an accident, but coming to find out that it was their fellow students who lit up that fire, I was so devastated. How? Anyway, guys, very sorry for those students who got burnt and they're still in the hospital. I mean, there's trauma. Trauma is real. Now those students, even if they are alive, they will still be traumatized from the incident. My condolences goes out to the parents who lost their kids, the family members and everyone, and the teachers, everyone. And I saw that on the news that some teachers knew about the incidents, knew that there are some students who are planning to lit up the fire at the dorms. I'm very sorry. My condolences.